Hello and welcome to my video. Today I will create a character based on a quote. I basically took a bunch of quotes from Pinterest and wrote them on like little notes and then mixed them and then picked out a random note and got the quote, "You are a weapon and weapons don't weep." Okay, this is a pretty rough quote, I would say. And I decided I would have like a character that's kind of like a fighter, be the one that basically will be created based on this quote. And I decided to first decide her name. I had three names as an option. For one, Marcelina, which means young warrior, Drusilla, which means mighty and strong, and Numeria, which means warrior queen. I decided to go with Marcelina because she is supposed to be a rather young person who's like a fighter, because her character is supposed to be a bit more tragic, and I think when she's like even younger, then that can add to the tragedy. I would say she's like around 19 now, but let's start with her backstory. Okay, the backstory I decided for her was that her parents died in a car crash when she was 10, and she herself got very heavily injured. However, she managed to scream for help, and someone came to rescue her. That someone was a smart inventor who replaced certain body parts that were too damaged with like electricity, so like she kind of became like a cyborg. And she grew very attached to this inventor because she lost her parents and now he's the one who saved her, so she like kind of looks at him as a replacement for her parents. However, that person isn't actually a good person. He does not have good intentions because he works for a group of power hungry people, and his intention was to sort of turn her into a killing machine so that she can help his people, because they needed a fighter they could sort of use to get rid of enemies, or when they're on a mission and have to like fight against someone, that she could sort of kill them. And that became her duty. She was now supposed to sort of work as an assassin and also join them on missions so that she could fight their enemies. The first mission they ever went on was to get a magical artifact from a certain like very protected place, and there she was supposed to take the life of a magical being who was responsible for protecting this magical artifact. And that was her first kill, which obviously she felt very guilty for doing it. She did not want to, but she was pressured by these people. And then the inventor, who's like now her sort of her father figure, told her that she should swallow her emotions down because he needs her to be like strong, quote unquote. Obviously it's like different from being strong, but she should like swallow her emotions because she now has a mission of like being their strong fighter, and emotions should not intervene. She does what he says, as she's now heavily attached to him and wants to like gain his sympathy and his approval very desperately. So she sort of tries to get used to killing people, which she eventually does. And she grows up spending most of her time just training to become a better fighter and not really having anything fun to do in her free time, just being this sort of machine more than a human. She's become a machine that's just there to take the lives of innocent people because that's what she is raised to be. She has strong insecurities and a strong fear that if she ever fails on a mission, she could lose the approval of the people that matter to her, and she feels highly pressured. She has become almost numb to the feeling of killing. Now what scares us the most is that she could ever lose the approval of her inventor. She's now around 19, like I said, and she's still with these people and working for them just so her inventor will be there for her and she won't lose her next parental figure, basically. So yeah, that's her character. It's not a really positive character. I'm sorry it started off this way, but if you like this, I would love to make a new part. Anyway, comment down below what you think of this video, and goodbye!